Welcome to the English Speaking Corner. This is your quiet, safe space to practice your English at a slow and gentle pace. Today, we are focusing on a moment that almost every English learner fears. It is that moment right after you say hello. You have practiced your greetings, you know how to say hello and how are you, but then the silence comes. You are standing with a new colleague or a new friend, and you want to say something more, but your mind goes blank. You feel the pressure to speak fast or use big words, but you just can't find them. We want to change that today. We want to give you a simple, calm routine for those first 5 minutes of a conversation. By the end of this episode, you will have a set of tools to keep the conversation moving without feeling stressed. If you find these calm lessons helpful for your confidence, please consider subscribing to our channel and clicking the bell icon. It helps us keep this corner open for you and other learners who want to study without pressure.
I have felt that silence many times myself when learning a new language. It feels like a long time, even if it is only a few seconds. We often think that we need to talk about something very important or very deep to be a good speaker. But in English, especially in the first few minutes, we use something called small talk. Small talk is not about sharing big secrets. It is about building a bridge between two people. It is like a warm-up before a workout. Today, we are going to show you that you don't need to be an expert to have a great conversation. You just need to be observant. We are going to break this down into 3 very simple steps that you can use in any situation, whether you are at a coffee shop, a birthday party, or a new office. The first step is what we call the observation hook.
That is a perfect way to start. The observation hook is when you look around the room and talk about something you both see. This is much better than asking a personal question right away. If you ask someone where they are from or what their job is immediately, it can feel like an interview. But if you talk about the room or the weather, you are both looking at the same thing. For example, if you are at a cafe, you could look at the decorations. You might say, "It's quite a cozy space here, isn't it?" Notice how I added that little part at the end, isn't it? In English, we call this a question tag. It is like an invitation. You are sharing an opinion and then asking the other person if they agree. Let's try that together. I will say it slowly, and I want you to repeat it after me, focusing on the calm rhythm. It is quite a cozy space here, isn't it?
That is such a great phrase because it is so gentle. When you say, "Isn't it?" the other person almost always says yes or adds a little more. They might say, "Yes, I love the lighting here." And just like that, the silence is gone. You can use this for the weather too. We know that people in English-speaking countries love to talk about the weather. But instead of just saying, "It is raining," try an observation hook with a question tag. You could say, "It's a bit chilly today, isn't it?" Or, "It's a beautiful afternoon, isn't it?" This works because it's a shared experience. You're both feeling the cold or seeing the sun. It makes the other person feel comfortable because they don't have to think of a difficult answer. They just have to agree with you. Let's practice another one for a work setting. Imagine you are in a meeting room. You could say, "It's a very bright room, isn't it?" Now you try saying that out loud. "It's a very bright room, isn't it?"
I love that. It takes the pressure off. But what happens after they agree with you? They might say, "Yes, it is." Then the silence might try to come back. This is where we use step 2, which we call the Me Too bridge. This is a very important skill for building real connections. When someone asks you a question, or after they agree with your observation, don't just give a one-word answer. If someone asks, "How long have you lived here?" and you just say, "5 years," the conversation dies. Instead, give your answer and then add one tiny piece of personal information. This is the bridge. You are giving the other person a hook to grab onto. For example, you could say, "I have lived here for 5 years, but I'm still discovering new parks." Now the other person has something to talk about. They can ask you about the parks you have found or tell you about their favorite park. You have turned a simple fact into a conversation.
That is a very powerful shift. You are not oversharing. You aren't telling them your whole life story. You are just opening a small window. It's like saying, "Here is a little bit of me. Would you like to see it?" Let's practice building these bridges. I will ask a common question, and I want you to listen to how Speaker 1 builds the bridge. Then we will give you a chance to shadow the answer. Speaker 1, how do you like the coffee here?
It is very good, actually. I usually prefer tea, but this latte is excellent.
See what she did there? She didn't just say it is good. She mentioned that she usually prefers tea. Now I can ask her about her favorite tea. It's a bridge. Let's try to repeat that bridge together. Focus on the word but, because that is often where the bridge begins. It is very good, actually. I usually prefer tea, but this latte is excellent.
Another great bridge is using the word recently. This helps people know what is happening in your life right now. If someone asks, "How was your weekend?" don't just say, "It was fine." Say, "It was very relaxing. I actually went to the cinema recently to see the new action movie." This gives the other person so many choices. They can talk about movies, or their own weekend, or relaxing. Let's practice that one too. It was very relaxing. I actually went to the cinema recently.
These bridges are what make you sound natural. You are moving away from the textbook answers and moving toward real-life speaking. Now, let's talk about the third step, which is just as important as speaking. This is step 3, active listening sounds. In many cultures, listening is silent. You wait for the other person to finish, and you don't make any noise. But in English, if you are silent while the other person talks, they might think you are bored or that you don't understand them. We use small sounds to show that we are following the story. These are sounds like, "Oh, really?" or I see," or "That sounds lovely." These are like little nods with your voice. They keep the energy of the conversation moving. You don't even need to speak full sentences here. You are just being a supportive listener.
I find that when my students use these sounds, they feel much more confident because they are active participants in the conversation, even when they aren't the ones talking. It takes away that feeling of being a passive observer. Let's practice 3 common listening sounds. The first one is, "Oh, really?" This is for when someone tells you something new or surprising. It shows interest. Try it with me. "Oh, really?" The second one is, "That makes sense." This is great for when someone is explaining something to you, like directions or a work task. It shows you are understanding. Try it. "That makes sense." And the third one is a very common one. "That's interesting." You can use this for almost anything. Try it now. "That's interesting."
These 3 steps, the observation hook, the Me Too bridge, and the active listening sounds are your secret weapons. When you use them together, the first 5 minutes of a conversation become much easier. You start with what you see, you share a tiny bit of yourself, and you show that you are listening. It's a very calm and natural flow. Now, let's bring all of this together into a simulation. This is the most important part of our practice. I am going to play the role of a person you are meeting for the first time at a community event. Speaker 1 will guide you through the pauses. I will say something, and then Speaker 1 will tell you which tool to use. We will do it very slowly. Don't worry about being perfect. Just focus on making the sounds and using the patterns.
Okay, let's begin. Imagine we are at a small party. Mark is standing near you. First, we are going to use an observation hook about the music. Mark, go ahead.
It is a bit loud in here, isn't it?
Now it's your turn. Just agree and repeat that phrase with a calm voice.
I agree. It is a little loud, but I really like the songs they are playing. My name is Mark, by the way. What is your name?
Now give your name and use a Me Too bridge. You can say your name and add that you are new here or that you live nearby. Try it now. "My name is, and I am actually quite new to this neighborhood."
It is nice to meet you. I have lived here for a long time. I actually grew up just a few streets away from here. It has changed a lot over the years.
Now use an active listening sound. Show Mark that you think his story about growing up here is interesting. Say, "Oh, really? That's very interesting."
Yes, it used to be much quieter. There weren't so many cafes back then, but I think I like it better now. There is always something to do. Do you have a favorite place in the area yet?
This is a chance for another bridge. Answer his question and add a small detail. You can say, "I really like the park near the station. I go there every morning for a walk." Try it now.
Oh, that is a beautiful park. I love the old trees there. It's a great place to clear your head. Well, it was really nice talking to you. I'm going to go grab a glass of water, but I hope you enjoy the rest of the party.
Finally, we need a graceful exit. You can say, "It was lovely meeting you too. Enjoy your drink." Let's try that. "It was lovely meeting you too. Enjoy your drink."
That was a perfect 5-minute conversation. Did you notice how we didn't use any complex grammar? We didn't use any rare vocabulary. We just used simple observations and small bridges. This is how real fluency begins. It's not about knowing every word in the dictionary. It's about being comfortable with the words you already have. When you speak slowly and clearly, people will enjoy talking to you. They will feel your calm energy, and they will want to listen. You are creating a space where both people can feel at ease.
I think many learners feel that they have to be entertaining or funny in English, but most people just want to be heard. If you are a good listener and you use these simple bridges, you will be one of the best people to talk to in the room. You are giving the other person a gift by being present and interested. Let's do one more simulation, but this time, let's imagine a work setting. You are in the break room and a colleague is making coffee. Mark will be the colleague. Let's start with an observation hook about the coffee machine.
This machine is a bit slow today, isn't it?
Now you try. Agree with him and use that question tag. Yes, it is a bit slow, isn't it?
I think it needs a good cleaning. I've been waiting here for 3 minutes already. I'm Mark from the marketing team. I don't think we've met.
Now give your name and a bridge. You can say which team you are on and how long you have been with the company. Try it. I've been with the accounting team for about 6 months.
Oh, the accounting team. You must be very busy this week with the end of the month coming up. I heard the office is going to be quite hectic for your department.
Use an active listening sound here. Show him you agree. You can say, that makes sense. It is definitely a busy time.
Well, I hope it doesn't get too stressful for you. At least the coffee is good when it finally finishes. Have a productive afternoon.
And your exit. It was nice meeting you, Mark. Have a good afternoon. Try it now.
You are doing so well. Each time you practice these dialogues, your brain creates a new path. You are teaching your mouth and your mind that English is not a mountain to climb. It is just a series of small, manageable steps. We want you to feel that same calm you feel in this corner when you go out into the real world. Remember, you can always come back here to practice if you feel nervous. Repetition is the secret to confidence. The more you say these phrases in this quiet space, the more they will be there for you when you need them in a loud, busy room.
I want to talk a little bit more about those question tags we used earlier, like isn't it? This is a very common pattern in English conversation. We use it to turn a statement into a question. It is very polite because it shows you care about what the other person thinks. You can use it with many different adjectives. Let's practice a few more of these patterns. I will say the statement and I want you to shadow the whole sentence. It's a long day, isn't it? The food is delicious, isn't it? It's a bit crowded in here, isn't it? The presentation was interesting, wasn't it? Notice how for the last one I used wasn't it because the presentation happened in the past. These small changes make your English sound very sophisticated and natural.
Another great thing about question tags is that the answer is usually very simple. Most people will just say, yes, it is, or no, it isn't. This gives you a moment to breathe. While they are answering, you can think about your next bridge. You don't have to be talking the whole time. English conversation is like a game of catch. You throw the ball with a question, they catch it and throw it back with an answer. You don't need to hold the ball the whole time. Just keep it moving gently.
That is a beautiful image. And remember, if you ever forget a word, it is okay to pause. In our lessons, we speak slowly on purpose. We want you to see that pausing is not a mistake. Pausing is a sign of a confident speaker. It shows that you are thinking and that you are not in a rush. If you get stuck, you can even say, let me think for a second. This is a great bridge in itself. It keeps the conversation alive while you find your words. Let's practice that phrase together. It is very useful for any situation. Let me think for a second.
I also want to encourage you to use your body language. Even though we are focusing on speaking, a small smile or a nod goes a long way. When you use an active listening sound like, oh, really? And you also nod your head, you are sending a very strong message of connection. English is about more than just the sounds coming out of your mouth. It is about the whole way you present yourself. By staying calm and using these simple tools, you will look and feel much more fluent than someone who is speaking fast but seems nervous and disconnected.
We have covered a lot today. We talked about the observation hook to start the conversation. We talked about the Me Too bridge to share a little bit of yourself and keep the flow going. And we talked about active listening sounds to be a supportive partner in the conversation. These are the building blocks of the first 5 minutes. If you can master these 5 minutes, you can master any conversation. The beginning is always the hardest part. Once you are past the first 5 minutes, you will usually find that you feel much more relaxed and the words start to come more easily.
So here is your challenge for this week. We don't want you to just listen to this and then forget it. We want you to take one of these tools and use it in your real life. Maybe it is with a coworker or a neighbor or even a clerk at a store. Just try one observation hook. Look at something you both see and say, "It's a busy morning, isn't it?" Or use one Me Too bridge. When someone asks how you are, say you are doing well and add one tiny detail about your day. You don't have to do the whole 5-minute routine yet. Just start with one small piece.
That is the best way to grow, one small step at a time. If you try this, please come back to this video and tell us in the comments how it went. We love hearing your stories. It makes this corner feel like a real community. And if you have a specific situation where you always feel stuck, let us know that too. We can create a future lesson just for that pain point. Your feedback helps us make these lessons better for everyone. Before we go, let's do one final calm review of our favorite phrases from today. I will say them, and I want you to say them back to me with all the confidence you have built in this session.
It's a beautiful day, isn't it? I'm doing well, but I'm a bit tired today. Oh, really? That sounds very interesting. It was lovely meeting you. Have a great day.
You should feel very proud of yourself for taking this time to practice. Many people just watch videos, but you are actually speaking. You are doing the work that leads to real change. Remember, fluency is not a destination. It is a journey, and you are making great progress one episode at a time. Put on your headphones whenever you need a little boost, and we will be here to guide you through the next conversation.
English is a tool for you to share your thoughts, your dreams, and your life with the world. Don't let the fear of the first 5 minutes stop you from making new friends or finding new opportunities. You have the tools now. You have the routine. All you need to do is take that first step. We believe in you, and we know your English is becoming smoother and more confident every day.
Thank you for joining us in the English Speaking Corner today. It has been a pleasure to practice with you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel so you never miss a quiet study session. We have many more lessons planned to help you with your daily life, your work, and your travels. We want to be your companion on this journey to speaking English with ease and grace.
Take these phrases with you today. Let them sit in your mind like a quiet song. When you walk out of your door, remember that you are ready. You are observant. You are a bridge builder. And you are a great listener. Those are the qualities of a truly fluent speaker. We look forward to seeing you in the next episode.
Until then, keep practicing, keep breathing, and keep speaking. You are doing a wonderful job. Have a peaceful and productive day, and we will talk again very soon. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, and remember, you have everything you need to succeed. See you next time in the corner.